first thing to look at is how high you need the saddle. And the easiest way to do it is to raise your knee at 90 degrees and work out roughly where your hip bone sits. So if you raise your knee, okay, so your hip bones, okay, the bony part of your hip, then you raise the saddle to meet where that bony bit would be, okay? As simple as that. Okay, so first of all, if you get on the bike, all right, so with the feet, you want the balls of the foot on the back of the pedal. All right, so the pressure is through the pedal and not through the arch of the foot. So it's through the ball of the foot. Okay, so the next thing we do after leg length is knee positioning. And it's really important with the knee positioning that the knee doesn't overshoot the foot, because you'll put a lot of pressure through the knee joint, a lot of wear goes through the knee joint, and you'll end up injuring yourself. So you're looking, if you imagine if you were to drop a plumb line from your kneecap to your trainer, I'd like to ask you just to look forward. So you want your kneecap in line with the laces at the bottom of your shoe. So is your kneecap further forward or back?
Sitting on it.
Okay, so it's sitting on it, so that's perfect. So if you turn your legs all the way around, and the easiest way to see if you're fitted properly is pure comfort, and you're not looking for any movement through the hips. So you're not looking for your hips to drop one side as you extend through the right leg, and equally the same on the left side. It should be nice and flat, nice and straight. How does that feel? Okay, now with the handlebar height, a lot of this is personal preference. So ideally to start with, I would have you have the handlebar the same height as your seat post. Okay, so if I can ask you just to stop cycling and sit back. Okay, I'm just going to raise your handlebars. Okay, and just ask you just to pop your hands on there. Okay. Any low back pain, any shortness in hamstrings, higher the handlebars the better, because it's not going to pull on those hamstrings. If you're an avid rider, if you're a triathlete, often you'll like your handlebars lower to mimic how you would ride your road bike. That's fine again, but just be careful that you're not pulling on the hamstrings. Forward and aft of the handlebars, again, is personal preference on where you like your handlebars to be, but as a rough indication, you'd like your shoulders over your hands as much as possible. All right, so I ask you to lean forward with a nice flat spine. That's quite a good angle. There's a slight bend in the elbows to absorb any shock, but you can move it forward if you do have preference to. How does that feel?
3, 2, 1, down, good. Up again in 3,